right, so what's going on, More Than Money family? I decided to do like a little 10-15 minute video, just getting ready for the week, looking at a couple pairs here, just to, like I said, get us ready for the week. All right, let me turn on my camera, maybe. All right, cool. There we go. Well, I might as well just put it over here so I can see myself. All right, cool. So we finna just go over some quick things in the market. Um, like I said, just get ourselves ready for the week, and let's get started here. All right. So first things first, let's look at some of the things that I was talking about last week when I was doing a live session, right? So I was talking about Euro GBP, right? When I was talking about Euro GBP, I said that Euro GBP might be getting ready for that upward momentum that we've been looking for since back in December the 11th, right? I also said that price was right in this area. And I also said that price is going to break out of this trend line here, as we see right here, and it's going to start going up for that upside like we see here, right? So these two rectangle box that you see right here is called supply and demand areas, right? So they're totally different from my four zone strategy my four zone strategy. All right. This is just a whole new thing, right? This whole thing is something that Funzel created, and I put some inputs in there, and Rob put some inputs in there as well. And this is a whole new strategy. With this strategy, I decided to put supply and demand areas. So this is what you see these two rectangles are, right? So this is the demand area, right? As you can see, let's scroll out. We haven't seen this type of formation and this entire downtrend, right? So when I saw that, I decided, okay, let me mark this up. Let's get that identified right now. And I was like, it's easy. We're finna start seeing the upside here pretty soon. Because look at this. We have this downtrend right here. We moved from the supply area down to the demand area. Once we got to the demand area, you can see these two wigs right here on the 4 hour, right? It came back up to the supply area again. Once it got back up to the supply area again, guess what? It came back down to the demand area and it stayed there. All right. It stayed there for a couple of days. Let's see how long did it stay there. So we entered in March 8th and we stayed in there for about 10 days. It just stayed in this area. Once it stayed in this area, we saw that little push to the upside back to the supply area, and then it came back to the demand area again, and it just stayed there. This could be the push to the upside we've been looking um for for weeks. We could see that. Let's be patient on Euro GBP. This week we could see it go back to the supply area again. If it does, that is fantastic for us. If it goes farther, that's even great because now we're in the upward momentum with Euro GBP. All right, let's go on to the next pair. All right, so boom. Let's look at US oil that's right here on the left side. Same thing applied here. I talked about this on the last session last week. So we have the supply and demand areas again here. And I didn't redo the supply and demand areas in this general area right here is simply because it always came back down to this level area right here, as you can see. So we have this area here, and then we kind of have that push down back here again. So let's just take this into consideration. when we have price moving like this, sideways like this, most people would think this is an uptrend. Yes, it is an uptrend, but we still have those equal lows sideways. Even though it's going up, we still have those equal lows. Yes, we're making higher highs, but the lows are generally in the same area, right? So this low, this low, this low, this low, it's all in the same area. It's not like, let's look over here at Euro GBP, how we have the lows going down like this, right? That makes a little sense. No, yes, maybe, kind of, sort of. Hold on, let me check. Right. So then oil came back to this area again, wick, and came back up again. As we see here, came back to that 50 moving average again. Right, we're on the hour on this, but it came back to the 50 moving average again. And we could possibly see it come back to let me move this over here real quick. We could possibly see this coming back up to probably around this area here. Let's turn that a different color. Let's turn that orange. We could see oil come back to this area here. That's like $64.30 that we could be seeing US oil go to. All right, let's go on to the other pairs. Let's go to the main pairs. Let's go here. Now, if you've been following us for a very, very long time, I don't go deep dive analysis on this strategy here, right? This is the 5 moving average strategy that Tyrone Foster, the I am educator, teaches, and also Funzel goes over a lot. And I don't go deep into this because I don't want to take away from Funzel. He's a great teacher in this, and I'm just a student to his strategy. I have my own strategies. I'm just a student to his, and I just soak in what he has. All right. So for the people who's watching this and want to say, "Hey, let's look at Nas 100. Let's look at Nas 100." I'm finna look at it right now. Okay. Let's look at it right now. All right. So this is Nas 100 on the 4 hour time frame. Right down here, if you don't know what this is down here, this is called the TDI. Right. I absolutely love the TDI now because of Funzel and Tyrone Foster 5 moving average. At first, I was using the TDI also wrong, right? Also wrong. But once I got a hold to them, they changed my outlook on the TDI. Now I just have to have the TDI on everything. All right. So this is Nas 100 on the 4 hour time frame. So let's look at something real quick. Let's look at this downward momentum that we had on Nas 100 last week. So if you don't know how to use a trend line, I have a trend line class that I do on Thursdays. So make sure you tune into those. If you're not, I highly recommend that you tune into them. All right. So I'm not going to go in depth with this, but we have this downtrend that we see right here on Nas 100. And then we broke out of that, right? This is how you can tell that price is about to break out of a downtrend. Here we have a W pattern, right? So let's get this handy tool out. So we have the first leg, creating the second leg, creating the third leg, then the W. That's actually pretty good, pretty accurate. So for us, knowing that, the OG traders, in a sense, we see this W pattern on this moving average right here. I believe this is the 800 moving average. It created the W pattern on that moving average to the T. Oh my God. I love trading. Created that W pattern on this moving average to the T and then went up to the upside, breaking this trend line here, going to the upside. Now we're moving kind of sideways. I hate predicting NAS 100 and XPX on Sundays is because it's so unpredictable when the week start. So I try to shy away from that. Excuse me, because like I said, the market is so unpredictable during the week. So I just try to do my bad. I try to do my deep down analysis on okay, this is what I see in the market. So let's scroll out a little bit. All right, so this is what I see in the market. We can see how we've been in a pretty steady uptrend since COVID happened, right? This was on the last session last week. I called this ground zero. So ever since the fallout of COVID happened, we had that V shape recovery right here, as they like to call it. We've been pretty solid ever since then. Now, if price breaks down and come back to this level again, then we might see another crash. Might. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's gonna have another crash. No, we might see another crash. It just depends on a lot of factors. Let's see what else. Let's go over a GBP pair real quick. Excuse me, my allergies is really bad. We in the month of March, the end part of March, so my allergies are starting to kick in. All right, let's go to this one with this one real quick. Mm-hmm. Let's go to the 4 hour. I want to make this full screen real quick. All right, so let's look at this real quick. This is GBP JPY. We've been in an uptrend with GBP JPY since 21st of December. All right. So let's go ahead and mark up that trend line real quick. Guys, I love using the trend line because of so many different avenues. It's because one is I can easily identify new trends on naked Forex. Very, 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 very easy. It's very easy to identify that break of trend off of naked Forex. Now, when you're using my 4 zone strategy, I use it sometimes, but my zones is literally a trend line in a sense. I'll show that later on. But let's look at this real quick. So this right here is my trend line. Taking this right here, and then we see up here how price should be coming down and touching this trend line. That's what we're gonna see in the next couple of days. Guaranteed. Price is literally gonna start there, touch here, and then keep going again. Delete that. Let's get out of here. And 15 minutes is up. I wasn't trying to go too crazy, but yeah, it's all over. So here for GBP USD, price is gonna come back to this area again. That's about it. But that's all. I'm probably gonna do this another tomorrow, another 15-20 minute session tomorrow. And yeah, see y'all tomorrow.